It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Browns and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns on their way out now for the first time. We'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Got an open man, that's David the Joker, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
Yeah, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They're good for 19 on a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Watson now to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Watson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time. And leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for the first down. The Ravens at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes out a little bit.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 35. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Jackson will keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still 3rd down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We start up in Cincinnati. The AFC champs hosting Atlanta. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Miles Sanders accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that 1st half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,
well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, well, they've won a few in the years following. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go up the middle with Chubb. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. He did it again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down at the 28. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 20-10. A minute 50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Connecting with Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Holding. Offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing. Jackson. Connects with Duvernay. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Here's Jackson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. A little juke. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.
It's Week 8 of the National Football League. And we'll be watching Lavonte David, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Buccaneers and the Ravens on Thursday night.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of raw.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, and
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's White. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Fournette will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Fournette again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cook up the gut, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The Ravens at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They were losers the last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swung at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And then he's stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. He had to fit that in a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Mayfield now. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a run is on here in this first half. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now Jackson on first down. Right back to Cook for another completion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is so organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And this one is no good. He missed it. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe.